Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. "22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance." And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A good start. One play, 10 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles at 11-4 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence. And you need that in order to go all the way.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. He's got daylight. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And shedding through the tackle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And he's set out there on 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road. So now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Complete. Smith has it. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone's...
They got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
39-yard gain on the play. And the Commanders' first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Al down to throw it. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Robinson will get about half halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Howell, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him on the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give running right is Gainwell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Swift is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Devontae Smith, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. Runs over him. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And a loose football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flush to his right. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith from 19 yards away. And the Eagles are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
22 yards there, a first down. And Howe will throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell, he's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Howell out of the shotgun. Man open is Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
On 1st down, Howell. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there. And a 1st down. But this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it.
Here's a diving catch right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Robinson again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Hey, Silver.
Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. They run out of the gun with Swift, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point. Washington on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down. Now Howell. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Zimmerman. 25 yards that time. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Second and goal from the 1. Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.